All right, a new sheriff in town, a new big dog is here. Arr, arr. So in this video we are going to read together an article from mining.com that basically spilled the bean on who is going to be the next CEO at Trafigura. So Trafigura, for the people that don't know, this is the second biggest private commodity trader in the world, and the last couple of years they made so much money that all the executives are basically leaving the company and new people are popping up. All right, so let's read this article, let's see who is this new CEO, and I'm going to give you my entertaining and hopefully insightful comment about this article and this new guy. And for the people that are new to this channel, I'm Damien, I'm from Geneva, Switzerland, where the headquarters of Trafigura is. A bunch of my friends work there. I know quite well the type of people that are there, and yeah, I also run a couple of small commodity trading firms, so that's my credential. All right, let's jump on the article. Trafigura's new boss, ex-soldier, who says profit come first. What else would come first? Like, I don't know, work-life balance? ESG? All right. A couple months ago, the man in line to be Trafigura's next CEO, Richard Holtum, is it in English? Richard Holtum? I don't know. Gather commodities trader staff in Singapore. His message was a simple one, according to several people who were there. It's time to set aside distraction and focus on what is most important, making money. What was the distraction? What was the distraction? Too much money? All right, let's look at Trafigura. All right, so the result at Trafigura in 2021, 3.1 billion in profit. In 2022, 7 billion in profit. In 2023, 7.4 billion in profit. So, all right, where was the distraction? I don't know, man. The address with its echo of Gordon's Gecko famous, greed is good.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Was typical of Holtum, according to 11 people who have worked with him, who spoke to Bloomberg on condition of anonymity. After a spectacularly rapid ascent through the rank on Trafigura, the 39-year-old is poised to become the third chief executive in the company history, little known outside of Trafigura. People who have dealt with him describe him as ambitious and direct, with a rather like focus on profit. Man, 39 years old. He's very young, man. He's very young. That's very impressive, man. This guy must be a killer, man. That is very, very young. Describe him as ambitious and direct. No, man, he's at the top of all the sharks, man. 39 years old, man. This is something. This is something. Holtum joined Trafigura a decade ago through a junior trader program, but by 2019 was already running the company global gas business. I mean, this is very impressive. In 10 years, going from the junior trading program to running a global business, man, this is quite impressive. And I think also gas have been growing a lot, so I guess, yeah, that win for him, but man, a role that has since expanded to include power and renewable energy. The operations, once an afterthought to Trafigura traditional businesses trading metals and oil, have grown sharply to become a key profit driver, supercharged by energy crisis that followed Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Yeah, man, that's true. It makes sense, because even though the transition from fossil fuel to electric is going to take 50 years, 100 years, it's still going to be the direction. So that makes a lot of sense. Trafigura, which declined to comment on the details in this story, is preparing for leadership handover to Holtum. People familiar with that matter said this week. Current CEO Jeremy Wire is expected to stay as chairman. Alright, man, this is one thing that I'm always like, I don't really know. You know those guys like Jeremy Wire and all basically the big executive. After you made like 100 million in bonuses, in remuneration and so on, and you've been basically working all your life, because I mean those guys, they work every day. They don't have a family, they don't have a family. I mean, the only thing that they have is working. Once you are done, man, what do you do, man? I mean, do you even know how to do something else than working? I'm not really sure, man. So I'm sure they are extremely depressed or something like this. Even though they made 100 million, they basically won the game. I'm sure it's not easy to then do something different than just working. Because, man, I know the guy that do well in Trafigura. They are sharp, they are clever, and they only work. This is the only thing that they have in their life. He's had a stellar rise, said Oran Guns, a commodity financier who runs trade finance platform Tradecraft. Becoming the head of department so quickly and then becoming CEO is kind of exceptional. Yeah, this is crazy, man. This dude must be a killer. Of course, man. Basically, you need to be good at international politics. You need to be good at your job. You need to be dedicated to your job at a level that nobody else is dedicated to. I mean, you need to do a lot of things, but it's very, very surprising, man. He's very young, 39 years old, man. Man, this guy could have been at school with me, man. Oh, for Trafigura, the CEO handover comes at a pivotal moment. The company, which began life as a scrappy outsider, had never been so large and powerful. Vying, I don't know how to say this word, with Vitol Group and Glencore for the title of the world's largest commodity trading house and notching up profit over 17 billion in the previous 3 years. 70 billion. This is insane, man. This is insane. And yet, facing a number of challenges. Oh, let's see the challenges. I'm not... What are the challenges, man? A wave of staff departures? Yeah, I think they'll be fine. Trading debacles? Yeah, I think they'll be fine too. An ongoing corruption allegation that will see the company and its former chief operating officer stand trial in Switzerland later this year. Oh my god. And, oh la la. Oh. It's very bad for Trafigura. It's a pivotal moment. First time ever that they had like those type of corruption, and with 17 billion in profit the other year, I'm sure they didn't put money aside for that. And oh la la. I mean, I'm sure they're sweating. Most of all, a drop in profit means Holtum's first headache is likely to be deciding whether Trafigura can keep up its pace of share buyback, the main way that employee-owned companies said your traders get paid. Yeah, man, actually, for that, it's true that, the volatility was completely insane the past couple of years. They shouldn't make as much profit for the next 5 years unless there is something else that happened. His biggest role is going basically to sell, right? Where are we going to put much of our profit? When are we going to deploy them? That is going to be his main role, actually. But profit-wise, yeah, it's going to take another cycle for them to make as much money. Even within Trafigura, few people outside gas and power team knew about Holtum when Bloomberg first reported earlier that this year that he was in pole position to succeed Wire as a CEO. Man, Bloomberg has very good intel about what is going on there. Props to Bloomberg. Educated at Clifton College, a private school in Bristol in the west of England, Holtum passed to the C-suite began long before he started trading commodities. He graduated with a first in Relations International. Man, I'm not going to even right. Why do we still care where he graduated from? Seriously, St. Andrew, I guess it's a very posh college in UK. Yes, I guess this is his teacher in international relations that really helped him becoming the next Trafigura CEO. Yeah, this is basically what he learned there. That okay, and where is extracurricular activities, including captaining the polo club? That's poor people. Yeah, man. Yeah. He's from a wealthy family. I'm pretty sure, but nevertheless, man, what he did was quite impressive. All right. So then, yeah, he was a student. All right. Then he went to the army. So, man, that's a captain. I think it wasn't the Vitol CEO, the former Vitol CEO, that also was like a former army guy from the UK or something like this. Maybe I don't get it right. He left the army to join Glencore crude oil department in 2012 before moving to Trafigura, where he joined a rapidly growing team trading liquefied natural gas or LNG under the leadership of Hadi Halouch. As Halouch moved on to other jobs in Trafigura Oil Division, Holtum was appointed co-head of LNG in 2019. Very impressive. This guy must be a sharp killer. I'm very impressed. His timing was good. LNG was a growth area for commodity traders as US export boom transformed the market. Then Russia's full invasion of Ukraine sent price soaring and delivered enormous profit for traders who could stand the risk. Trafigura doesn't split out the result of its gas division in its annual report, but it has singled out the team for praise. In October 2022, Holtum became the global head of gas and power and was elevated to Trafigura's inner circle in its management committee. All right. Then blah blah blah. The guy is a killer. Alright. Creative deal maker. Holtum comes across as a hard taskmaster, but with strong interpersonal skills that have helped him win over top clients and rise through the ranks of Trafigura. Yeah, of course he has both, man. no. He's also known as a creative deal maker. People who have traded with him say that he will inevitably find a way to make a deal work. Yeah, actually, this is, the best of the best. It's not just about closing deals, it's about finding ways to close deals. And I think at the size of Trafigura and at the level of what they're doing it, creativity is definitely a must. And I'm not really sure what they call about creativity at that level also. While some of them pointed to a knack for finding contractual wiggle room when it means an opportunity to boost Trafigura's profit. All right, so this sentence, it means that the guy is a So basically, he's going to fight the details in the contract to you, man. I don't know how it is at this level with big players like this, but because usually you really don't do that because you want to foster relationship with your client, with your suppliers, and so on. But sometimes you need to someone. So yeah, I don't know. I've always been the guy that been so I don't know how it is to be in the other side of that deal, but yeah, man. In one case, in 2022, Trafigura had a contract to sell LNG to Eni, which the Italian company had in turn agreed to sell to Pakistan. But when the price soared in the wake of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Trafigura diverted the shipment into the spot market instead, where it could make far bigger profit. Holtum signed off on cancelling those deliveries, according to people familiar with this matter. All right, man. So yes, this is up. All right, man. This is something that, yeah, man. What you need to understand is, in that case, it's a question of leverage, basically. He knew that if Trafigura has any, and then I don't know what basically is going to be the cost of cancelling that contract, but he knew that they are the one that have the leverage. So you don't really care. Honestly, it's like this. Everything is about leverage. So there is like no feelings and so on. So when you don't have the leverage, be prepared to get when stuff like that happen. Internally, his hobbies of shooting and polo help him connect with Jose Larcoa, I don't know. The Trafigura power broker and longtime head of oil whose passion for horse riding saw him compete in the 5th Olympic Games this year after announcing his retirement from Trafigura. Alright, so I was asking the question earlier in this video, like, what are they doing after they stop working? They go horse riding and shooting like every normal people. Alright, anyway. Still, company insider expected Halouche rather than his former junior to become the next CEO until last September, when an internal power struggle ended with Halouche being demoted from the management committee, now rebranded as executive committee. Whoa, man, you need to have sharp elbow there. Man, this is... No, man, this is... Imagine the life of those guys. They fight every day at work against their counterparties and so on. Then they fight against their other co-workers. They must be bloodthirsty, man. This is... It's not easy, man. I think it's really tough to understand what they need to go through to make it happen, man. But it's hard, huh? Holtum was viewed as a candidate who was acceptable to different factions within Trafigura, and Wire began to groom him as a successor, bringing him along to key meetings in other parts of the business. Yeah. The most immediate challenge he will face is Trafigura's failing earnings at the boom years that have followed the COVID pandemic and Russia invasion of Ukraine beginning to fade. The company's profit half year to March was down 73%. Meanwhile, the company is still dealing with a serious trading fiasco, including being victim of a massive alleged nickel fraud and a sizable problem with oil debt in the niche of market of Mongolia. Anyhow, I mean, the nickel fiasco is $500 million. So basically they can, obviously it's a massive loss, but they can sustain it. And I don't know what is going on in Mongolia. I mean, it's normal problem for trading firm. And the fact that of course the profit is down 73%. I mean, let's be honest, this is there is nothing much that Holtum can do, man. It's the market. So yeah, people really understand that. And there's another part that it's quite important to note is that Trafigura is a private company. Even though they show their annual report, they show whatever they want in terms of numbers. So there is no breakdowns about the trading desk and so on. It's a private company. Again, so they can pretty much do whatever they want as long as they follow the law. Add to the departures of a wave of Trafigura staff from mid-level traders to some of the most senior executive and biggest shareholders, included La Roca, as well as Mike Wainwright, the former chief operating officer, who is due to stand trial in Switzerland. He denied the charges. Right? I think, man, those guys, they all made so much money that they all left. Actually, it's not that bad for Holtum to just promote other people and basically create another guard around him. So it's not really a problem, I think. There are a variety of reasons for the departures, and the firm has also been on a major hiring spree. But the result is that Holtum faced an immediate challenges in navigating Trafigura shares buyback bill. Yes, because each time someone leaves, the company buys back the share of the employee that leaves. So it's very, very expensive for Trafigura to keep buying back the share. But this is how they make so much money when they leave. So yes, there is going to be a huge bill to pay in shares, but Trafigura made a lot of money. So I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm sure they'll be fine. The company generally bought back share from its current and departing employees over a period of 4 years, but the combination of solid profit and the departure of major shareholder means it may struggle to do that, spreading the buyback over a long period as the company has done in the past. It's unlikely to be popular within Trafigura partners. Yeah, man, of course it's not going to be popular, but you know, they know that there's no all the way. So yeah, Trafigura has been exceptionally profitable with the model that is at, but it is at a crossroad now. The question is whether it has reached its limit of its growth or whether the new management can find ways to keep feeding the profitability. They are a very tough job for the new leadership. Yeah, so basically this is what I said at the beginning. It's like now the question is how should they position the company to be able to make bigger even profit in the future? That's not easy to say, man. Markets are changing. There's a lot of challengers that rise. Also, maybe this is the end of them as a private company, because if they have trouble to buy back the share of the company, maybe they should go public like Glencore. Or if they need more money because they want to be more in the asset game, they will need to basically open their capital. So I don't know, man. I don't know what they want to do with something like this, man. It's true, it's a tough job, but man, I think they are all handsomely rewarded for that job. Anyway, so I hope that you liked the video and that you found also this article quite interesting. Ciao.